Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lovella's Coloring. It has been a long while since my last video, and I apologize for that. It's just, a lot of things going on in our house and family, some of which I'll explain at the end of this video. So this is going to be part 2 of my skin tone series that I am really trying to put together as fast as I can. And this was a request to share how I color skin using both markers and pencils. So I hope you guys find this video helpful, and even if it's just, you can take a little bit from it, I do hope it helps to add to your coloring. So the brand of markers that I usually use for skin tones is the Touch New brand. Other brands that have the similar number and colors are the LeMouchet brand, and I believe the Ohuhu brand is similar, but I'm not sure because I don't have that brand. But I know there was one more that had the same numbering and colors. I do know that it's not Cali Art. I think that if you have a marker that is close in color that I use in these videos, those should work. And the brand of colored pencils I will be using for the speed coloring is the Faber Castell Polychromos. There may be some odd breaks between some video before my speed coloring or speed through coloring of the skin tone I'm going to be doing today. I'm still suffering with allergies, so I'm trying to step away and then try to edit myself with my sniffling and my sneezing. So just to let you know, I don't want you guys to get sick during my videos, so we'll go ahead and jump in and get started. So since my last skin tone video, I went ahead and put together a list of all the colors I would use for each of the markers that I said in my first video. I did add one more alcohol skin tone marker to the list that I want to share with you. It is the Raw Silk number 134, which I will be using for this video instead of the cream that I said in the previous video. I use this color a lot for skin, and I wanted to share some points regarding using markers and colored pencils. Plus, another reason I added this is that the previous marker I used, Pastel Peach, has a pink undertone. The Raw Silk has a yellow undertone, and I wanted to show you how it would look, especially because I basically use the same colors with the Faber Castell. Because of the marker underneath, it gives it a different skin tone. So this is the Raw Silk, and this is the Pastel Peach that I used, the same here. So yeah, I was testing all the colors. I have all the colors written down for each of the different ones, so these would be the other videos. So this is the skin tone that I'll be doing today, and I just want to give you guys also examples of using this color, Raw Silk, but then using other different pencils. And I'll also give you the colored pencils that I use, and I'll post it up on the screen for you guys. So let me go ahead and clear this up and we'll get started. So I will start off with Victoria's Darlings coloring book. This is illustrated by Hannah Lynn. The page I colored in here you might have seen before because I did a video of several parts coloring this page. I colored it with alcohol markers, most likely the LeMouchet markers and the Touch New markers, and I shaded it all in with the Farben colored pencils. I also used the Prismacolor white, that is PC938, to color over the whole skin to blend it out. I'll go ahead and put the colors I use on the left hand side, which is Melon number 100, Sun Kissed number 120, Burnt Sienna number 130, Peach number 160, and Champagne number 150. And this is from the 72 set of Farben colored pencils. So a reason why I wanted to share my examples of the colorings that I have already done is that even though, you know, I colored it with the same base of alcohol markers, it still looks different. Like this one, I use the Faber Castell Polychromos, and instead of using the Prismacolor white, I used the regular white from the Faber Castell Polychromos. So if you don't look at the neck part, you can see slightly more tanned and colored on this side compared to this one, because I think the white from the Prismacolor really blends it in and makes her lighter. So go ahead and show you the next one. Okay, so the next picture I want to share with you is Libra from Astro-Inklings coloring book, and this is illustrated by Tanya Bond. You might recognize this page from another video I did, which is my completed Astro-Inklings coloring book video. But I did use raw silk in a lot of her colorings, but I used different pencils, so I wanted to share that with you. So this one I did use, again, raw silk, but I used the Faber Castell Polychromos. So I'll go ahead and put the colors right up here. So for her skin, I used Ivory, number 103, Light Flesh, number 132, Cinnamon, 189, Bister, 179, Burnt Sienna, 283, Dark Sepia, 175, and for shade I used Violet, number 138, and for her blush I used Indian Red, number 192. So to compare her skin to the example that I'm going to be coloring for the speed coloring after this, you can see it looks kind of the same, but there is a slight difference. She looks a lot more tan because I use Bister on this skin tone. And this one, I left out the Bister, and instead of using Ivory like I did on this skin tone, I used white from the Faber Castell to color this one. So yeah, so even, using the same colored pencils, just leaving out one and using different kind of color from your colored pencils can make a difference from the skin with the skin tones. The next one I want to share with you is Scorpio, also from Astro-Inklings, illustrated by Tanya Bond. So her skin, again, with Touch New raw silk, number 134, but I used the Holbein colored pencils. So I'll go ahead and put the colors I used from the Holbeins. I used the Shell Pink, number 019, Ash Rose 076, Peach, number 120, Cinnamon 096, Burnt Umber 180, Sepia 182, Sea Fog as a shade, and that's number 476. And I didn't write down if I did anything else on top of it. I might have used I don't think I used a white. It looks like I left it as it is. I might have used like a Q-tip to smooth it all out. So yeah, so this is Holbein. And again, if I show you how it looks with the Faber Castell, or even just showing you the other picture that I shared with you, it's hard to believe that I used the same base. It's just the pencils, the colors I used really changes the way the skin tone looks like. So the next one I want to share with you is this one. This is Virgo, also from Astro-Inklings. And with her skin tone, I actually used Prismacolor. So I'll put the color up here on the left hand side. The colors I use, again, is number 134, Touch New raw silk. I used white, PC 938, light peach, PC 927, peach, PC939, Nectar, PC1092, Sienna Brown, PC945, Dark Brown, PC946, Parma Violet, PC1008, and I use that as a shade. And for her blush, I just added it in Mahogany Red, which is PC1029. So again, her skin, totally different, even though the alcohol markers is the same, all from the same barrel. So yeah. And then I just recently finished a picture. I haven't posted it up on Instagram yet. It might be up there now that let me go ahead and close this before I publish this video. But again, I used raw silk on her skin, but you know, I left out a lot of colors, like the darker colors, the shades. Like if you were, I didn't use the 134, I used Pastel Peach. So this Pastel Peach, where's the one that I colored? Right here. So you can see like a big difference. I have more shadows used on this one compared to this one. I didn't add that much shadow on here because she's outside, and for me, I was thinking it's a sunny day, it's bright out, there's not going to be that much of a shadow. I did add a little dark sepia like right over here under her hair, some inside this part, connecting her neck to her skin, her hair over here. So but I didn't use any of the other colors. I think it's just light flesh, cinnamon, dark sepia, and actually let me go look it up. So it'll be a lot easier. I wrote it down. So skin, okay, so I did use Pastel Peach as a base, light flesh, cinnamon, dark sepia, violet for the shading, and dark flesh is what I used for her blush. So, you know, that's why when I color, I do the skin last, is because depending on how the scene is around the object, which is the girl, will help me in figuring out how light of her skin should be, how much highlights or how much shadow I should add. So this one is minimal amount of shadows. If I made it nighttime, I'm sure I'm going to add a lot more shadows to her skin. So yeah, so I hope I didn't make more questions. If you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, so that's the reason why I wanted to show these examples using different colored pencils, but the same base. Just, you know, using those different colored pencils or even just different colors from that same set can change the tone of the skin tone colors. So we'll go ahead and get started with the speed coloring of using the raw silk on this portion right over here and coloring it in with the Faber Castell Polychromos. So I'll have the colors I used for this speed through coloring down below in the video descriptions, and any books I named up here, I'll go ahead and put it down in the video description also, and give you some links if you're interested in looking at those books. So I will be right back. Okay, so now we are done with the speed coloring. I colored it with the number 134 raw silk alcohol markers using the Faber Castell Polychromos to color on top. The brand I used is LeMouchet. The Touch New brand that I have of this color is dried out. I used it several times, so it's run its course. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that little speed through. I color lightly through each layer and I build it up so that, you know, I don't color it too dark, too fast. And when using those the colors that I use for this skin, if you wanted to make it lighter tone, I wouldn't use too much shadow. And if you wanted to make more shadow or make her look a little more tan, I would use up more of the burnt sienna. And instead of white, I would use ivory to go over it. So I'll show you the previous one, which is the pastel peach. You can see a big difference, but I use pretty much the same colored pencils, only with the pastel peach on this one I used bistre instead of burnt sienna, and on this one I did not use any bistre. Sometimes if the picture is bigger, the image of the face is bigger, I will add more colors, so I'll probably use burnt sienna and the bistre just to fill out the colors, because it's a wider space of skin that has to be colored. But this one is like a medium amount, so yeah. So if you guys have any questions, yeah, just leave them down below in the comment section. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video and speed through of this part of the skin series. I know, you know, it has been a while since I put out the first video, and with life happening, emergencies, and especially with this pandemic, you know, I just hope for the next few months my family and I can get used to a new normal, which I'm sure everyone is doing the same. I've been pretty much occupied with homeschooling, allergies, spring cleaning, more allergies, and, you know, just doing an overall housework that we couldn't get to normally. And at the moment my husband is taking care of stuff outside the house while I'm doing stuff inside the house, where like I'm rearranging our rooms and stuff and trying to clean out stuff. And yeah, rearranging mostly because we had to bring back my daughter's stuff from her dorm, because, you know, school is out for the rest of the school year, so she's staying home. And yeah, it's just hard to find time alone just to, you know, record. And just trying to record this video, I had to kick out my kids several times. I was like, please just give me a little bit of time to record. Yeah, and I'm also trying to be a lot more aware about my lighting, especially when I do speed coloring, because when I do that, the change of sunlight can be easily seen and can be distracting for some people. So I'm trying to record those sections, those pieces, either in the late evening or the early morning. So this video is actually taking me 3 days to record altogether, and hopefully just 1 day to edit, so I can push this out to you guys. And yeah, and another thing that's been new for me, for our family, is that we have a new addition. We just adopted a Morkie. His name is Coda Madmartigan. A Morkie is a half Maltese, half Yorkshire Terrier, and pretty much we got him because he's hypoallergenic, which I found out later. We used to have a Pomeranian, and I used to get allergies all the time. I couldn't understand why, and I realized after he passed away that yeah, I'm allergic to dogs. So but anyways, I don't know if you guys recognize his name. Coda is from the Disney movie Brother Bear. And Madmartigan, I don't know if you guys have watched the movie Willow, but it's a character that the actor Val Kilmer played. So yeah, we showed that movie to our daughters a long time ago. They were, I don't know, probably like 8 and 10, and they've loved that movie ever since, and they wouldn't let go of the name Edmardigans, so we had to compromise with them. So yeah, so our Morky is, his name is Coda Medmardigan. Yeah, so anyways, I will be trying to sneak some time to record as much as I can, but I'm not sure how often I can push out videos, but I am determined, and I will finish this markers and colored pencil skin tone series. I do have a couple diamond painting videos already recorded. That was easy to do because that was like less than 30 minutes recordings, but you know, I still have to edit them, and I also wanted to get this video out first before I do those. So I hope you guys can please be patient with me regarding this series. I can't really have a set schedule or do more videos in a timely manner at the moment. So I hope you guys have the notifications on for any of my upcoming videos I'll be putting out. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice. I had like a allergy attack before I did this video, so I was sneezing a lot, and it took about 10-15 minutes for my allergy medicine to kick in. But anyways, I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that through this pandemic we will all continue to try to do our part, like social social distancing, you know, to help our family, our friends, and our communities. I always have a prayer for everyone, for all of you, to keep safe and healthy, and especially for those closely affected by the pandemic, you know, for everyone that have lost loved ones because of it. You know, my heart goes out to you guys. I hope you guys know I'm sending you all my love, my hugs, and positive vibes. Please take care, keep safe and healthy. Again, I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next video. Happy colorings. Bye-bye.